That's it. The country's gone down the drain good and proper.
You reckon?
Oh, well, you know, it's always these poverty-stricken places that go in for this sort of thing.
Everything has its compensations, you know.
You know, they have a carnival down Moss. Steel bands a lot.
Oh.
Hey. Now, I had a week ashore once in Kingston. Oh, let me tell you.
No, Len, don't tell us. Don't tell us, love.
Oh, it'd be against the law if it did.
Well, anything that can turn Moss side into out like the Caribbean, and I'm for it.
Oh, look, I want a word with you.
No, I'm looking for Gail.
Yes, sir, and all.
Well, look, we'll not do a flit. You'll get rent. Don't worry.
Yes, I know.
But I can't stop.
No.
Look, Stan, I'm sorry. I'm doing as much as I possibly can. Now, just stay there, will you? Well, you know what I mean. Look, we're going to have to do something about Stan.
Have you found Harry Lightfoot yet?
No, but I bumped into Sam Waller, and he says this escapologist fellow's well known for it.
How do you mean?
Well, he goes off wandering, you know. He's apparently a bit punchy. They're known as his little fugues.
Do they last long, these little fugues?
Oh, days, sometimes weeks. In the past, he's been known to turn up in Gateshead.
Willie Fisher.
Oh, why Gateshead? He has no known connections with Gateshead.
You seem to have found out a lot about him.
Yeah, well, Sam thinks we ought to take him down to the fire station.
Yeah, well, he hasn't tried carrying Stan.
No, but they'll have bolt cutters down there.
I'll tell you what, let's have another drink before we go out looking for Wally.
Yeah, it's a jolly good idea. Ah!
Oh. That won't be too thick, darling, unless you're desperate.
I'll try and contain myself. Shh. Hey, by the way, did you do anything about anything?
Anything like what?
Like a place to live, like anything.
You still looking, are
Well,
you?
of course I'm still looking.
Well, it's not the sort of thing I come in contact with, you know.
Oh, come on, you promised you'd keep your eye open.
Well, you know how it is.
Come, Leonard, you can do better than that. With all these people in property that you know.
Well, you know my opinion, don't you?
Do I?
You've already got a house in this street, so stop mucking about.
Oh, go on, you can't shove people out just like that.
Well, Ken wouldn't be all that difficult to shove out, would he? He won't give you much of a fight now, will he?
Well, maybe he doesn't want to fight, or maybe I don't.
So what are you going to do then?
I told you, ask him.
Again?
Yes, again.
You've only got about a week, you know.
What are you getting your knickers in a tryst for? You don't have to find yourself bed and board, do you?
Oh, well, can't I just help you now and again?
I'm not so sure it's me you want to help. I think it's number one you're worried about. You resent the intrusion on your privacy. My tights in your bathroom are fate worse than death.
Elsie.
Oh, Elsie, don't worry. Elsie'll cope, she usually does. I like my own privacy too, you know.
Why do you think he's going to agree this time where he didn't agree the first time?
Dripping water.
And this stones out a bit of that, I can tell you. Do you want another one?
Yeah, why not? I'm just as persuasive when I'm half cut.
Hey, guess what bit of steaming up gossip I've just heard? Wendy's left Ken. Here you get more like Eldrogdin every day.
Yeah, that's not true, is it?
I'm afraid so, Elsie. I saw her leave with me on two little peepers.
Oh, heck. Now what am I going to do?
But what difference will that make? I would have thought it was easy now that he's on his tot again.
Come on, Len. I know I'm supposed to be hard-faced, but I can't go kicking the fellow when he's down, can I?
It's the only time to kick him, darling.
Oh.
Hello, Elsie. Have you gone anywhere yet?
I didn't mean to barge in, and I won't keep you long. I won't muck about.
Did you ever?
I know the state of the game, and it's no good pretending that I don't.
You do? Oh, that's more than I do.
Wendy's gone, hasn't she?
Correct. That is a fact. As for knowing the state of the game, or what happened, or what's likely to happen, or why it happened.
Nobody ever does know, love.
I don't want to talk about it, Elsie.
I didn't come to talk about it.
No?
No. Not unless you're absolutely sure that you don't want to talk about it.
Wasn't an affair, you know. Well, it wasn't for me.
Do you think it was for her?
She's the one who left.
What does that prove?
I loved her, you know. Still do.
Well, of course you do. It just doesn't stop like that.
Then why?
Because it's not as simple as that. I love you, and that's all there is to it. Didn't you talk about it?
Well, no, she was leaving now. I was too stunned. In any case, the quicker the better.
Perhaps you lied, you know.
No, not Wendy. No, whatever the reasons were, she'd have to believe them. She'd make herself believe them. But whatever they were, they couldn't have stood up if she felt the same way about me as I feel about her.
How does she feel about her husband?
Oh, I don't know, belated conscience, loyalty
Well,
or
that
something.
does happen,
Yeah,
you
but it
know.
wasn't if she had kids to tug her back. Now, that I could have understood. Roger was young and fit. He could have got over it.
Ken, when I came back here, it wasn't so much coming back to the street as going away from Alan.
Yeah, but that was over, wasn't it? It was Wendy and me, it was just beginning.
Well, that's the most sensible time to do
How
it.
can you be sensible if you're in love with somebody? She had to be in love with me to leave her husband. For Wendy, it had to be that important.
Well, there's your answer then, isn't it? She wasn't kidding you. You weren't being conned. She did love you. Though what her reasons were for going, nobody will ever know. But one thing I'll bet on, it wasn't because her feelings for you had changed at all. Oh, love, women are complicated creatures. You must have known that by now. They get pulled 100 different ways, and, well, that's their weakness. They haven't got the single-mindedness of fellas.
Yeah, she was strong, Wendy. She had to be.
You have to be strong to walk away. Oh, come on. You don't think it was easy for her, do you?
So what happens now?
She'll be as miserable as hell. It's one of them things that you do one thing and wish to God you'd do the other. Still, all you can do is try and pick up your life. I won't try and tell you to forget about it because I'd merely be wasting my breath.
You're a man of good advice, Elsie.
For other people, not for myself. Well, I better be going.
Good. Well, at least I can say thank you in a tangible way. You wanted your house back, didn't you? Well, it's all yours.
That sudden?
Well, it never brought me any luck. Not that I can blame bricks and mortar, because the trouble with me is me. But maybe if I leave here, it'll bring me luck, I don't know. Anyway, the point is, if you want it back, it's yours.
Yes, I do. Thank you very much.
Good. Well, that's settled then. Oh, by the way, what did you come round for?
Oh, well, it doesn't matter, really. It ain't as bad as all that, you know.
Cheers. I didn't know that you were using my establishment as a post restaurant address, Mrs. Howard.
Me neither. I thought you had a sick headache.
Gone better, love. Very resilient.
Who's it from? Is it a dirty letter from one of my admirers?
Is it postmarked Chelsea? Why Chelsea? It's where pensioners live, in it?
Newcastle on Tyne, actually.
Oh, well, thanks, Mrs. Walker. I'll buy you a drink for being sub-postmistress for me.
No trouble at all, my dear. It's just that I was a little bit puzzled as to why anyone should need to write to you care of this address.
Yeah, life's full of little puzzles. That's what makes it so fascinating.
Have you phoned her up?
We're a lot alike, Elsie. Too much alike, perhaps. That never really helped me to understand you. I suppose you'll say I didn't try, but I did. I'm writing about our marriage in the past tense, Elsie. Is it in the past tense? Do you know? Because I don't.
I trust your letter wasn't bad news, Mrs. Howard.
No.
Good news?
No news. And you know what they say? That's the best kind.
Right, are you ready to swing?
Oh, come on, let's get back to our house. I've got to change and we're meeting Bet there.
Smash him. Can I use the telephone?
Sure.
I shall just cut off Mavis's last escape route.
Do you think it'll work? I mean, Mavis.
Well, I provided the place. Now she'll have the time.
That'll be Bet.
This the royal residence?
Oh, I would have
Hey, you're a sport, Elsie. I like a woman with a sense of humour.
Thanks for the list, boys.
Hey, I think you're lovely.
Yes, I am.
Isn't she lovely?
aye, she is.
Aren't you lovely?
Yes, I'm lovely. I'm also white demand. Come on, love.
The minute you three walked in that club door, I knew our luck was in.
Yeah.
George, what did I say when they walked through that door?
You said our luck's in.
Yes, and you weren't wrong, boys. You're going to get the best cup of tea you've ever had tonight.
Oh.
And the fastest. Get door open, Milty.
Oh, come in, it's a shop. Oh. Come in. Oh, coffee's over there if you want it.
Oh, no, I've not come to borrow out.
You're joking?
No, I just thought to myself that, seeing as how we're neighbours like, it was up to me to offer an helping hand. I mean, not everybody's as lucky as me, you know, having a loving husband to provide for her and leaving me with time on my hands, so to speak.
Hilda, will you say what you're leading up to and make it snappy, because I'm late?
Oh, that's not unusual, is it? No, it was just a thought. I mean, seeing as you obviously haven't got time to clean up proper, I thought I'd offer my services.
Oh, I see. No, thanks.
No, but with having no travelling, I wouldn't charge normal money.
Hilda, seeing as I said no and I thought you were doing it out of the goodness of your heart, I'm not likely to say yes if it's costing me money, am I?
I see. Well, if you don't mind me saying so, you look as though you need a bit of help.
Help, yes. Nosy and no, and I do mind you saying so. Now, will you get back to that gleaming little pigsty of yours and I can get off to work?
I'm not like some, you know, all top show and swank.
Hilda, this is my house. I'm on my way out, and no jury in the world would blame me if I gave you a backhander. Now, shall I start to count? 1, 2, 3, 4. Any luck? Have you been looking?
Of course I've been looking. That's my feet.
You seen out you fancy?
I've seen now anybody at fancy. Can I have afternoon off? I've got to find something today.
Come on and have a cuppa and we'll think about it.
Is that how you're going to leave her?
Eh?
Improperly dressed? I better put the deal back. You better get the deal. I'll see you down there.
Yeah, I'll see you later on.
Ta-da.
Ta-ra.
I've done the pot.
Good!
They're bigger than they look, these houses, aren't they?
They're big enough to lose things in. I'm sure I had a green and white striped blouse in here the other day.
You brought to work to match the buttons.
Oh, watch it, Elsie. You're cracking up. So I did, you're right. Well, that's one mystery solved. But where did I put...
What are they? 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. I only said they look bigger than they are.
Sit down. Did I ever tell you about our Linda and Dennis and the niece and nephew I had stopping with me?
I think so.
I'm damn sure I did. And now living with kids puts your ears on me. They're not saying the wrong thing, they're doing it.
I'm not a kid.
To me, you are a
well,
kid.
Yeah, to you.
There, you see, as soon as you open your mouth.
I didn't mean because you were old. Meant because you were sophisticated and that.
Dishonest with it as well. Can you give me one good reason why I should let you stay here? Well, I can, because I'm daft. I didn't say as daft as all that. Do you know the difference between human beings and animals? Well, human beings always make the same mistake. Animals don't.
They say if you never make a mistake, you never make anything.
By gum. With my production record, I should be head of British Leyland. All right, you can move in. But first of all, we get the rules right, right?
Right. Hey, it's smashing. It's just what I'm looking for.
Watch it, it's only temporary.
I meant for the time being.
Go on. To celebrate me folly, I'll treat you to the pictures.
Oh,
What's
great.
on?
There's Jaws at the Roxy.
That's it. That is it. I just feel like frightening a shark to death. Come on, get your bonnet and shawl on.
Close them curtains. There we are. Home sweet home. I hope you've learned something tonight, monkey lad. That is how you get your information. A little bit of casual chat in the pub, and sooner or later, some sucker like Langton drops it right in your lap.
Hey, I fancy this.
Yeah, well, hard luck. You're number 2 on this caper. The chair's yours. Come on.
Hey, I thought he was honest, sod.
Well, not all the time. Use your common. I mean, he's not opted out the human race now, has he?
Yeah.
You mean no?
Yeah, no.
Ooh. Come on, let's have a shufty upstairs. Hey, and keep your sticky fingers to yourself. No thieving, OK? This house is the house of a friend of mine, so treat it as such.
Right, Eddie.
I'll never sleep.
Oh, of course you will. Don't talk so daft.
Oh, when that shark got hold of that...
Ah, been to see Jaws, have you?
There are worse things.
You know, she's right. And it could be just around the corner.
Bet, love, can I have a double gin and tonic, please? The pineapple juice for this one. What have I done to her? Oh, Mavis thingy over there looking daggers at me.
That's her shark impression. They've seen it and all.
Oh, come on, kid. Drink up and let's get gone.
You having another?
No, thanks.
Ah, Off to the lonely little home, eh?
Who says it's lonely? For all you know, we could have a couple of fellows waiting for us.
Come on.
For all I know, you could.
Good night, and don't forget that tea in the morning. Good night.
Gail! Gail!
What are you doing here?
Very good question, but it should be me that's flaming well asking it. Get up!
Elsie, it's 8:25.
Oh, all right, get the kettle on. I'm putting you in home.
What are you doing?
It's all right, we're just going. Let's have your monkey lap.
Have you been here all night? She'll kill you.
All right, we're going.
She took you out.
I know, well, we just seemed to find our way back in, didn't we? Look, we had nowhere else to go. It was a force of circumstances.
Terrified the life out of me.
Sorry about that.
Have you been down here all night while I've been sleeping up there all innocent?
Yeah, sorry about that and all. Only I didn't know what room you were in. Come on, monkey.
You better get out.
I told you. Come on, monkey.
I'm getting me kicks on.
I told you not to take them off.
She'll kill you.
I told you. Look, would you just say thank you to the lady for us and say that we'll, see her... Oh, hello. Say hello to the lady.
Hello.
They came back.
Yeah,
Oh, you came back. Get away. And you let him in, I suppose.
No.
Oh, you broke in, did you?
No, I mean, we didn't break in. I mean, the window was open.
Oh, that's right. So it was. Because somebody had bust in earlier on.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Look, I'll fix that
Now,
for
look, you make one move and I'll crown you.
Told you.
Shall I slip out and get the cornflakes for you? I'm sorry, missus. We had nowhere else to go.
Oh, I'll soon fix that for you. Ring for the police. Go on, the phone's over there.
Honest, we didn't nick nothing or anything.
999, you want the police.
All right, missus.
And tell them you want an ambulance as
Oh,
well.
Elsie.
What is the matter with
Well, just chuck him out.
Yeah.
I chucked him out last night, and look, now on, shut them for good. Now ring the police.
I mean, you'd take pity on us if you knew the true story. I mean, his health's never been firm, and as for me, I'd have never come on you.
Get out of the way.
Oh, I'm begging you, missus.
She's in her rights, you know.
Shut up, you.
Elsie.
Please.
Don't.
I'm only out 2 days.
Emergency, which service do you require?
And they give you no hope to adjust, the fuzz don't. I mean, they just sling you back. I mean, you don't know what it's like.
Emergency, which service do you require?
A psychiatrist, love. I must do.
Oh, missus, you've got a heart of gold. You're a lady Madonna. I just want to say that...
Get out!
I'll never forget
No!
it.
You're going to spring a skull over this! Hey! Just the bloke I'm looking for. Can you put burglar-proof catches on windows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got the job. Call round to our house.
Hey, you've not had a break-in?
Oh, break-in? No, we've had an invasion. I'll tell you all about it when we've got more time. Come on, kids. Don't forget, the job's yours. Call round.
You're kidding.
Am I kidding?
She's not even exaggerating.
What did you do?
Well, what would you do?
Well, I'd have had the police.
She rang 999.
No, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, Fred, I'm glad you're back.
Well, you did say 1 o'clock, didn't you?
I know, reliable as ever. No, it's just that the drayman has arranged things so cleverly they just can't get it in the stockroom and the barrel wants changing.
Oh, I'll just go and slip my jacket off.
A nice jacket it is. Who have you been to see? I'm sure you told me.
No, it was nothing special. It was just something I had to attend to, Mrs. Walker, you know. Was it the bitter, you said?
The bitter, yes.
Shan't be toe ticks.
Did he? Well, go on, tell us.
Well, I was just telling Betty. I had this one here give a sort of a squeal, you know. Well, I didn't know what it was, voices, but I came downstairs to bed.
There she was, brandishing a milk bottle.
Oh, it's our traditional weapon, isn't it, kid? And this was Eddie, Big Daft Eddie.
Well, I haven't had the pleasure of his acquaintance before this. Well, till just now.
Him and that mate of his.
I don't know his mate, but Eddie's not so bad. He's daft, but he's harmless.
I don't care. He wants locking up.
Yeah, but not too often. It's the fella that put him up to it that wants locking away.
Oh, aye.
Behind my big gormless grin, I keep my ears open. And thinking back to last night, you're looking for a certain gent in the building trade.
Flaming Faircloth.
The other one. Him? I think he more or less suggested that Ken had moved and he wouldn't mind him dossing there. He may have even said that Ken had moved. Now, I'm not sure, and I certainly wouldn't swear to it.
Where is he? Where is he?
Hang on, I'll get you another milk bottle.
Right, look, if I was you, Ray, I'd make it a half, and I'd get it down fast.
Young man.
Oh, yeah, I've not forgotten them catches.
Oh, yes, for keeping burglars out.
In my mind, love.
Oh, is it? Well, I just picked up another useful hint for keeping burglars out. Don't point out people's houses to all the villains in the neighbourhood as free doss houses.
I'm not sure I'm with you, love.
Oh, I think you are. We had a visit from a couple of mates of yours the other night.
My mates? What mates?
Oh, I think you know what I'm talking about. You told them to try Ken's. There'd be nobody at home.
Oh, them two? I wouldn't say they was mates.
Oh, you're with me now, are you?
Well, I did tell them, yes. Ken knows Eddie, and I thought... Oh, of course, Ken's moved out, hasn't he? It's your house, innit? I see what you mean now.
You know, you've got the cheek of the devil, you have.
I do hope they didn't put you to no inconvenience.
Oh, no, not at all. They only broke in twice and dossed on my parlour floor, unbeknownst to me.
They didn't. Don't it take the cake, eh? You know, it slipped me mind he'd moved out. I'm not living next door these days, you see.
You know, God knows why, but this time I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, I were hoping you belt him.
But I'll tell you something. Sometimes your sense of humour does not amuse me at all. And I'll tell you something else. One more monkey trick from you will be one more monkey trick too many. You have been told. Come on, Gail, let's get gone.
Well, when you think about it, I was doing everybody a favour. Sending you two fellas on a plate, eh? Let's face it, you got trouble pulling your own these days.
Excuse me. Excuse me. It's just that I needed something heavy, and this'll just do the trick. Thank you.
That will be quite enough, Mrs. Howard.
Ray, I just want to hear him say that again.
And I'm just waiting for my pint.
Don't think I won't belch you with it, because I will. I've had half bricks in my handbag before for drunks and idiots.
Quite enough, and don't serve Ray.
You are making yourself ridiculous.
Am I?
Yeah, well, come on, that's enough, sunshine.
I am telling you both to leave these premises.
I just want to hear him repeat it again, that little witticism of his.
Well, you won't, because I'm not going to.
Oh, then you are learning.
Yeah, well, that's it, innit? Why, dear, it's no good kicking the facts, is it? I mean, let's face it, you don't need half a brick to fend them off, love. You need a brick to catch them.
Hey,
with.
Go on, Elsie.
What are you silly? Come on. Get on. Come on. Leave him alone.
Mrs. Howard.
Come on, leave me alone.
This, I believe, is yours, Mrs. Walker. It was very useful. Thank you very much.
Get it, Ray. I've got a doer for criminal assault. She's gone peculiar.
Oh, come off it, Ray. What a foolish thing to do anyway.
Out! Right now. Out! Out, I say.
What have we done?
I don't care what you say. It's lovely. Ooh. Oh, get rid of them, will you?
Don't you want visitors?
I am definitely not at home.
I'd like a word with Mrs. Howard, if you don't mind.
Sorry.
I think she'll be in to meet you.
Elsie, it's Mrs. Walker.
Well, I do apologise if I've come at an inconvenient time.
Not at all. Make yourself at home. Take your shoes and socks off and jump in.
You did make rather free with my house today.
Ah, yes. But yours is a public house, Mrs. Walker. Mine is not.
No, but mine has a reputation which I guard very jealously. I don't know about yours.
Yes, Mrs. Walker. Very well, Mrs. Walker.
Now, I do realise that you have been living in a different part of the country and social customs vary, what is acceptable and what is not. But I will not have a repetition of today's behaviour.
I was provoked. You do admit that?
Yes, I will grant you that. But I will not have the contents of my premises converted into offensive weapons to assault my customers. I will not have it. And in future, I shall invoke the law to protect both my premises and my licence. Now, if I've made myself clear, I'll go.
Then you have made yourself clear.